Hello and welcome to this week's vlog from Madison's. Well, the Housing Secretary Robert Jenrick is out of a job as the Housing Minister. Of course, Boris had his cabinet reshuffle this week and his position had been precarious for a little while actually. Last year there was a scandal, I don't know if you remember it, about him granting consent for a £1 billion new development, and he granted that consent 2 weeks before the owner of Northern and Shell, the developers, a gentleman called Richmond Desmond, donated £12,000 to the Conservative Party, so it was seen potentially as bribe money. So his position had been a little bit tenuous for a while. Interesting that Michael Gove's come in as his replacement, obviously a big name, has completed lots of roles before in education, environment, etc. So an interesting replacement. I'm sure Boris has got an agenda with that particular move, but we'll wait to see what happens. Well, Rightmove produced a really interesting article this week all about your dream home. They've basically asked anybody who's searching for a property, what is your dream home? And interestingly, it wasn't around things like a swimming pool, a mansion-style house, anything like that. Real practicalities come into the fore. So people particularly wanted to have a home working space, they wanted a utility room, 2 living rooms, a nice edge of village location, and a detached house is a real must for many people now. Interesting that really, I don't know if it with people being at home, people became more aware of the sound of their neighbours, but a detached property and the rise in desirability of a detached property has been one of the big factors coming out of the pandemic. And now on average to buy a detached property across the country costs about £500,000, and many people are very happy to take that leap to try and get that. The dream home was basically a 4-bedroom detached house in a coastal village with 2 living rooms, a utility room, a garden, garage and home working space. Indeed, the home working space most popular between the younger market actually, the 18 to 34. I think that's not particularly because they want to work from home. I think it's probably because they possibly live in a property that doesn't have a home working space at the moment, and so that's big on their agenda of why they're moving. Obviously, as you get older, you upscale, you buy bigger properties, and often you have a bedroom that can be sacrificed as a home working space. So I think that's probably the reason for why there's that particular high desirability for home working amongst that group. The older age group, 65 plus, they really want a bungalow. Of course, there aren't many bungalows in the country, but they would pick that over a large house with a garden any day of the week. And what I'm just showing you now here is the rooms that are ranked in order of priority. So you can see that Rightmove has asked people to rank which rooms they would most like, and you can see there those trends that I've been talking about coming across quite strongly. Well, we've launched a lovely new property this week. It's certainly got space for home working. It's also got a garage, it's got a garden, it's got more than 2 living rooms actually. It's got 3 really strong reception spaces. It ticks every single box of what those buyers are wanted, and it's in a fabulous location. So just set off Warwick Park on a lovely little road called Neville Gate, which leads to the Neville Cricket Ground. I used to live just around the corner from this. I can vouch it's a really lovely, friendly community, and the house is set in exceptional grounds of half an acre. They really are very, very stunning. You walk into that garden, despite the fact you're in the middle of the town, you feel like you could be in the middle of the countryside. It's an arts and crafts house full of period features, certainly potential to improve if you wanted to, and on at a guide price of 1.795 million. If that's of interest, do give us a call. And finally, I'd just like to put a plug out for a new yoga and Pilates studio that has been set up in the town. It's just above the hair salon on London Road and offers classes in the morning and the evening. Was alerted to that by a lovely ex-buyer of mine. So if anybody's looking for Pilates in a lovely new space, do look at the website. It looks absolutely stunning. Then do check the link out that you can see on the screen now. I hope you have a lovely week. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye bye.